Okay, looks like we're live. A little late, but we're on. Cool, cool, cool. I hope you guys are doing well today. If you're watching this back on the recording, we're just waiting for people to come in right now. And then we're going to be sketching very soon. Just going to drop a link, my Instagram story and stuff. Make sure everybody knows what's happening. I have to start scheduling these ahead of time because I don't know, man. So like I can do the link stuff better and everything, and we'll see. I'll get a handle on all this social media stuff soon, I hope. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing really well. I'm back with some more insane bedhead. And yeah, we're gonna get to sketching in just a sec. Ba, ba, ba. Yeah, the last two streams were so fun. It's just got me really excited to continue. Like, really excited to continue. So yeah, hopefully all things go well. Right? Yeah. We'll see. Cool. Yeah. Man, it's definitely something interesting making a schedule for this. So you gotta figure out, you gotta like kind of craft your life around it a little bit. I'm starting to understand why people kind of hold off sometimes. Cool. Live right now. All right, let's see. So today I'm feeling like plant people is the way to go. Like definitely the way to go. So I'm thinking maybe today we sketch in blue today. And I have like a really great brush. So I made this brush for, giant brush. Nice. I made this brush for sketching a while ago. I don't know if you've ever tried designing brushes in Photoshop, but it is very, very, very fun. So I made this fun kind of gestury brush because I like a gestury brush, but I also like kind of a bolder line. So it just kind of worked for me. So you could end up doing some really fun and cool stuff. Right? Yeah. Do we want to use this brush today, though? I don't know. Everybody always used to say when I was learning to draw that, like, brushes didn't matter. Like, brushes don't matter. Just do hard round, just do this, just do that. And I think more what they were saying is that you should focus on theory rather than what brushes are going to achieve you certain looks or like what aesthetics they'll grant you immediately with like no return or whatever. Which is fair. That's a fair thing, but let me just tell you, brushes matter, man. Brushes matter very much. Which brush you're using. It's like if you're sketching with like, Ian McCaig put it very well when he was talking about sketching with like a colored pencil. Like you have a waxy resistance. When you have a waxy resistance, you just draw differently than you normally would. So Ian McCaig said it. Ian McCaig is a acclaimed designer. Did a lot of really cool work for the Star Wars films and whatnot. He's a very interesting guy, very good guy. If you have the opportunity, definitely check out his THU sketchbook interview. I assigned that interview as the first thing for all of my design students to watch, because, man, it just helps you get it. Even better if you watch it, like, you know, every day for a week. It'll just change the way you think about art, man. I think for the better, for sure. All right, let's make sure everything's posted and up so we can be joined by our dear friends if we wish. Cool. Alrighty. Sweet. All right, and we'll see how that goes. Excellent. Nice. Nice. Yeah, alrighty. Cool. Okay. Let's do it. Sometimes, you know, when I'm in the rough sketch stage, I'll just kind of add in elements that I want to have, like, be important later or not. Like, this is definitely not the Loomis method or, like, very typical for art, but I don't know, I'll just, like, chuck a little circle on the cheek, you know, make it feel pretty cool. Just gotta refresh this this capture here. Yeah, I'm still having a little bit of challenge with streaming Photoshop. It's kind of prone to freezing on me a little bit. I've tried reducing down so that the only thing, I only have two applications open, Photoshop and OBS, but still hitting a couple issues, so I don't know. Maybe OBS fixed it and like updated, and I just need to download it or something. We'll see for next time. So we want to do some plant people. So like, if this is a plant person, we got to start to think about, like, you know, what makes them a plant person. Key distinct, I don't know, aspects of plants. They photosynthesize to live. So if we're doing a plant person, even if they don't photosynthesize to live entirely, we want to include that kind of as like a design feature or something kind of fun, probably. So adding in leaves to the face, it's just a lot of fun, first of all. So we're going to do a little bit of that. For some reason, I always love when things sprout from the corner of the eye. It's like crow's feet that like leap out of the head. I don't know why, man. It's just, I just love it. I just love this stuff. Plant people are my jam. Yeah. Actually, also when you're doing kind of like nymphy characters or like planty characters, you can leave the eye without a pupil. People just kind of accept it, and it adds like kind of like a ghostly, ethereal, kind of haunted feeling, actually, when you do that. It's pretty cool. It was pretty darn cool. All right, just want to make sure everything's set up here properly. Not frozen, we're good. Nice. Nice. What up, Ash? Welcome to the chat. You're first in. So I've decided I'm going to do some like plant people today. So we're just kind of figuring it out, I guess. I mean, this definitely has to have like a leafy ear, that's for sure. Yeah, definitely a leafy ear. Big old leafy ear. And with this stuff, you can really go out there because we're combining biologies, right? Now that Ash is in the chat, she can help me out with making some of these decisions. Yeah, and if you're like watching this back and you want to catch one of the streams live, like I 100% take suggestions and like I love playing with ideas from the chat, so definitely hop in, have some fun. Yeah, so I'm kind of, the ear's feeling kind of flat to me actually, especially because we're almost looking a little bit up at the character. So I'm going to try this again from like a different kind of vibe, like you're seeing more of like the underside of this ear part. Kind of folds forward a little bit. Maybe it curls in. And we'll define that with like shadow later or something cool. We will see. Yeah, so again, today, we're warming up. We're starting with warm-ups. We're just having fun, man. Trying out some different shapes. Definitely good to zoom out and just see how the shapes feel. Could be kind of a spiky, leafy ear. That feels interesting. Then we'll do like another ear underneath. And begin that to sort of be like almost the beginning of the hair, maybe. So this character, we're just gonna go for like leaves for hair. That's definitely what we're gonna go for. So what's cool about leaves for hair is that I already draw hair like very chunky and very like together. So leaves for hair is pretty much right up my alley, man. Right up my alley. Look at that leaf. Look at that leaf for hair. It's awesome. Yeah. You know, design really is magic. You're able to just create something from absolutely nothing. Nothing being like, you know, the library of information in your mind that you've known and all the muscle memory that you've accrued over your life. But still, there's something very special about it because it's still unique to you. You're pulling from the ether in the way that only you can. That's pretty interesting in my opinion. I was split for years on illustration or design. And, well, number one, total false dichotomy, man. You can do many, many things as an artist, especially nowadays with the digital medium you can really explore. But people definitely try to make it seem like you gotta specialize way earlier than you actually have to, or that you have to like go super hard in one area when you don't really have to. I know a lot of people who worked really hard, attained a lot of skill, and realized they just didn't like it. So definitely follow your heart, man. If you're going for like a dream art job, why not go for the dream art job you really want? Cool. Cool. All right, we did the little wispy leaves around the head a little bit. We're doing like I don't know what to call this kind of mouth, but it's that very kind of like soft lipped, not a lot of hard angles on the mouth at all. And we're just sketching. We're just sketching for fun. This is a very low pressure, no pressure kind of sketch. So we've got this big shape, which, is it feeling out of unity? I don't know. No, I think it's okay. I think I want to push. No, I kind of like that actually. Let's see. Definitely want to give more room for the forehead, that's for sure. Don't want our characters having flat heads all of a sudden. Sometimes I could do that if I don't flip the canvas. We could do like a one coming forward. I don't know. Maybe we do one. Nice. Looks like we're still not frozen. It's a good sign. My technology is cooperating. Yeah, sometimes when I'm sketching, I just kind of leave certain elements just very much in obscurity. And that's definitely like a for better or for worse kind of deal. That's for sure. Cool. Yeah, like I already kind of draw hair like ribbons like this, so very much in alignment with what I normally like to do, which is pretty cool. But yeah, so plant person. What do you think they do? Maybe they're just one of those plant people that just kind of runs through the forest. I don't know. Kind of just runs through the forest, has a good time. Give him a little bit more of a smile, maybe. A little kind of like perky smile, almost like one of those little cat smiles. You know, the cats like the little smile. I'm gonna have a sip of my coffee now, I think. Cool. Looks like we got some people in here. Welcome. We're just doing some sketches for fun. We're just doing some plant people. Classic plant people. We love plant people. One thing that's fun to do characters like this is you can even put like little clusters of like berries in their hair. Maybe. Like that's always kind of fun. Or like treat it maybe even like jewelry perhaps. You know, like you just don't know. You can also do little kind of branches dancing around and some cool stuff. Like you can really get crazy with it because we are now breaking all rules of nature by creating plant people. Plant people can kind of just do whatever they want. Cool. Yeah, definitely don't be afraid to just carve out, try new things. If you're sketching along, this is definitely an invitation to be a little adventurous with your lines or how you sketch or whichever, man. Cool. All right, let's make sure. Everything's running smoothly. Sweet. Looks like everything's good, man. Cool. All right. So plant person. Maybe their leaves. Very curly and swirly. Okay, so I did perform an act of somewhat sacrilege in my own eyes because I started this stream today without doing an old guy with a big nose, which is a little bit tradition for me at this point. This being my third stream and my love for large noses and elderly gentlemen being that impassioned. So I think after this character we'll have to hit it with a bit of an older plant person. We'll do an ent. How about that? That'll be fun. We'll do like a cool ent guy. So nice. All right, here's one. So one thing you can do if you're doing, again, like planty people or whatever you choose to do. We're going to move this hairline up even more just so we like really get that rhythm of the head. And this branch, I feel like we can actually nix that. That's a much stronger shape, I feel. Yeah, that feels good. Feels cool. Nice. Just imply lip here. Applying a little bit of lip goes a long way for a character like this. Nice. Honestly, that nose, I don't like it. I want a bolder nose. Yeah, and then I want to like push it up maybe even. Because with like fantasy characters, if you're going for that aesthetic of like foresty characters, you can really push the proportions a lot. We can just like ever so faintly indicate like where the character's looking, maybe. Nice. Sweet. since they're like a plant person, we can also add some like interesting lines to the face, almost implying like this is like part of this sort of like either like stem texture or who knows really. Oh, we got a question in the chat from SF. Hi Gabe, how do you get those awesome shape designs, shape language done? Gosh, shapes. Wow. I feel like shape design is for the most part pretty poorly taught, because I don't think it's something that you can like teach very efficiently. I don't think you can teach it well, you know? Or maybe you can. This is definitely take what I say with a grain of salt. But with shape design, like, I don't know, man. The language is movement. The language is reason. The language is how is it making you feel? And the more you train your hand, so the more you literally just draw, put things down on paper, the more you just like make marks, the more your natural shape design will come out. So when I was younger, a lot in my teens as well, in my early, and like going into my early 20s, basically like I would just fill sketchbooks up with these kinds of like doodles. Like I would start at the corner of a page and I would just do stuff like just like a shape here, and then I'd like create like a rhythm or something, and then like add like a sprout of a thing and do like another sprout of a thing, and behind it I would like draw some more shapes and then come up here and then bounce the momentum off and then curl it over, and then I would just like do these like swirling doodles for like hours and hours and hours, you know, and like, you know, just like stuff like that, and just kind of try things out, get things moving. And yeah, like that's gonna help train your eye for shapes, your hand for shapes. So when you're drawing kind of a cool character like this, it's kind of like you're able to see how the different relationships play in, like, because like shape design is too broad of a term for what people ask about usually, in my opinion. Like it's I would say it's actually like shape relationships, maybe shape unity, shape movement, meaning, implication. Like there's a lot more within shape design than just making nice shapes. I don't know if that makes sense, but I'll definitely talk more about shape design as I continue, as like a point of focus for this stream. Maybe that would be good. I'm going to be on for another hour, maybe another hour and a half, but definitely another hour, probably just an hour. Last stream I went over a little bit just because I was having so much fun with those other characters, which anyone can go watch those now, which is cool. But yeah, definitely. Yeah, any other questions are welcome too about anything. I answer all questions that I can. Like, well, you know, if the stream stays very like intimate and like fun and small, then I will answer every question. Cool. So I don't always do this, but like sometimes when I'm sketching like this, I'll just add some drop shadow. Like drop shadow really helps sell like the volume of a design. Goes a long way. And again, the shadows are shapes. And now you're talking about different shapes. Light as shape. You're talking about line as shape. You're talking about anatomy as shape. It's like everything's a shape, man. It's so deep. The solution is practice. Yeah, when I was younger, I would watch a lot of like Psychra, a lot of Ahmed Al-Duri, a lot of... Later on, I would watch a lot of Modern Day James when he started to come out, like later on when I was in high school. And they talked a lot about mileage, and I thought I kind of knew what they were talking about with mileage. I was like, yeah, I draw a lot. Yeah, for sure. But like, you really begin to understand mileage like later on when you have a distinction of what you've gained mileage in and what you're lacking mileage in. And that's a bit of a reality check that's not crazy fun to get, but it's also really cool because you can see how far you've come in certain areas, and then you get a better idea of where you want to go in other areas, which is cool. You know, art is a lifelong pursuit. Definitely should be treated as such, not rushed. But, you know, approached with urgency, let's just say. All right, so I think this cool plant character, the only thing left is maybe like a little wispy guy. Traveling, I don't know. Maybe like a implied little gnarly branch or something protruding out. And like a little friend. Little friendly bird. Cool. Yeah, I might set up a... I'm very hesitant to set up a Discord channel, like just for... or a server, just for like this art stream. Then you gotta get a moderator, then you gotta make sure everybody's being nice. It's like a lot of challenge. But I don't know, definitely considering it for sure. It's got a little bird friend. This bird is not feeling very friendly, so we're gonna make it more friendly by just making it like more round. If you want them to be friendly, if you want it to just like feel like a friend, there you go. It's much more friend shaped, for sure. So my great aunt Wendy, is a birder, and she loves birds. And when I was a kid, one time when there was no one around to take care of me, I went to go stay with my Aunt Wendy, and we went out birding. And I definitely found a rich appreciation for birds. And every time I see her, she's like telling me new facts about birds. Like, apparently, this is a cool fact. The way that, you know, angels are drawn, well, we know it's anatomically impossible, duh. But if you wanted to have like an angel that could actually support wings, then let's say this is your angel's head, right? Let's say, apparently their collarbone would have to like come like all the way forward like this to be able to support wings. So they just be like this absolutely bizarre shape if they wanted to like support wings properly. Because it's like the muscle structure, how it like wraps around or whatever. I don't know. Maybe we should try this for sure. Hey, it's Kofi. Kofi's in the chat. What up, my brother? Good to talk to you, man. How you doing? Yeah, I thought it was funny too. We'll do another bird friend in the on this little part. They're talking to each other, I think. Cool. Just had to like sniffle a little bit. I had like that annoying throat thing that's going around. I don't know what it is, but you just get a little bit phlegmy for a few days and your throat's all blah. So definitely recovered from that, but you know, shortly after waking up, I still have to like clear my throat a little bit. Plus the air quality in New York, it's garbage again. All of a sudden, it's just terrible. Out of nowhere. Not out of nowhere. It's from Canada. Oh, Canada. Cool. Just adding more volume, more intensity to the hair, or the foliage, rather. Cool. Oh my gosh, Patricia. Hey, it's Manic. We got everybody. Can you draw an angel afterwards? One who can support the wings? Maybe. I'll see if I can draw like a what would need to happen like anatomically for an angel to be able to support wings. For those who just joined, I was telling them about how my great aunt was explaining to me that, who's a birder, she loves birds, that for an angel to be able to actually have wings like that, like in how they're painted, like they would need to have like just absolutely giant collarbones, like huge collarbones, and like little shoulders there. Like they would have to be like these strange creatures, but we'll see. I'll save that. I'll save this for later. Maybe we'll come back to Angel Guy, but I don't know if we would. Oh, nice. What up, Kofi? Kofi's apparently streaming me live in the Lightbox Discord. So if you want to join a Discord, definitely join the Lightbox Discord. It has an incredible mod team. Some of them are in the chat right now. We love the Lightbox Discord. They have a lot of really incredible events going on there. Some really cool people involved. And if you have the chance to go to Lightbox this fall, definitely would encourage that. 100% encourage that. That's so funny. Also, what up, Nold? Cool. We got everybody in here. Nice. All right, so I promise I have to go. I have to do another character here. We'll put this one like smaller kind of in the corner so we can kind of track our progress on what we've drawn. But I have to do an older guy with like a giant nose. It's kind of a necessity. So I think I'm going to do like a tree ent, right? Like I have to. Oh man, cool. Thanks for joining the stream, guys. Always nice to have some company in here while we draw these funky guys. Okay, wait, I love the shape dynamic when like the nose comes out and then like down, especially with ents. Because again, there are absolutely no rules to this. This is a fantasy creature made of wood. The shapes can be like whatever we want, which is really cool. Again, drawing is just magic. There we go. Man, I love in Lord of the Rings, I love when the Ents just wreak havoc and just wreck face. It's so satisfying. As a nature boy, I gotta say, very, very satisfying. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, thanks for hopping in, guys. Appreciate it. Thanks, Neld. yeah, definitely going to try and do some buddy streams as well. You know, I got some really wonderfully, incredibly talented art homies. I've been encouraging them to hop on the stream. Maybe we'll see one tomorrow. We don't know. So tomorrow's going to be my last stream for the week, and I'm going to do like a review on how feasible it is for me to continue streaming and stuff. So this week was kind of a test week a little bit. So we'll see. But tomorrow, hopefully we see a friend join us. Maybe we'll do like a fun magma stream. Which Magma is a collaborative drawing app that you should definitely check out. Let's go. Oh yeah, Manic is excited for that. For a potential Magma stream. That would be cool. Yeah, March of the Ents. Let's go. Love it. My beard makes me look like a Viking? Dude, let's go. The bedhead, I feel like the crazy bedhead maybe helps too. Or I don't know, maybe not. You know, for a while I had a top knot and I really looked like a Viking a little bit. But I didn't have the beard back then, so I just kind of looked very effeminate, but you know, it was working for what it was doing, I guess. Cool. All right. If you're tuning in, don't forget to like the stream. Don't forget to subscribe to catch all my future streams and videos. My future demo videos? Educational videos? What? He's going to make demo videos? Who would have thought? Okay, so we got the beginning of our Ent guy. I'm gonna be honest, he's not super doing it for me here. But honestly, we're just gonna stick it out. We love sticking it out. Cool. Okay, unfortunately, this microphone is the Shure SM7B. It's a pretty quiet mic, all things considered. So really, I just got to make sure that I'm talking into it. Other than that, maybe I get a cloud lifter or something to make it louder. We'll see. I definitely, I didn't skimp, but I got like the audio interface that's not like insanely expensive, you know? Okay, so what's happening with this guy? These shapes are not successful in my opinion. So I'm just going to scrap it and start again, which again, we're just totally allowed to do. And I'm going to go for a much different feel. Much different feel, I think. I'm going to do like a heavy brow. So this one, I'm actually going to treat it a little bit more, not like a painting, but I'm going to be using a value a lot more, I think. Yeah, there he is. Do a nice wide nose on this dude, on this tree. Okay, so the fun part about characters like this, because we're not bound by any rules at all, we could do like a wide mouth like this, or we could do like a really tiny mouth like down here, which I'm a little more privy to, perhaps, perchance. It's made out of wood, so you want it to be a little more stiff, I think. Cool. Yeah, the cool thing about making like an accompanied Discord server would be after the stream, I could hop on and do like answer some questions or just like talk to people who want to say hi or something. Like that would be pretty cool. Yeah, who knows? Cool. So yeah, today's stream started a little later than I scheduled it initially. Tomorrow's should be on track, which is 1 p.m. to 4 Eastern Daylight Time, EDT, whatever it's called. So yeah, that should be pretty good. All right, with this ent guy, I'm totally noodling. Let's just have some fun here. So noodling is a term where it's kind of like you're sort of mindlessly drawing without purpose kind of deal, which can be good sometimes to noodle, have a little noodle break. But a lot of the times it robs you of decisive action. Like it's not good to noodle while you're inking, or while you're sketching. I don't know, like noodling if there's no purpose to your drawing is, I think, fine. But like you want to maintain purpose and focus, I think, probably a little bit. We got Pramod. Let's go. Welcome, Pramod. Thanks for subscribing. Let's go. Nice. Oh my gosh. A panel at Lightbox? That'd be cool. That'd be very cool. I'd like to do a panel on something like fun, that like joy in art, or like the necessity of play or something. Like, I don't know. When people start thinking about art as a career, they get so serious so quickly. And that goes for me too. I got incredibly serious, and I think I really stunted myself with how serious I got. And I wasn't able to just enjoy it for what it was for like a long time. Okay, so with this ent guy, I'm imagining he's got these like kind of roots coming down, or like there's like something. I'm like treating his hair a little bit like tendrils, which when you're doing a fantasy character like this, like then that's a rule, right? You've set a rule. So now that we've got kind of tendrily bits for the hair, that extends across the whole character now, which is not a bad thing. It's cool. We like it. We love it. We can also, because it's, again, it's an ent, we can just like make the nose or the chin just like kind of curl up in like a really funky way. Because it's a tree guy. Tree guys can be whatever shape. We can also make the nose super gnarly too if we want, right? We can just have fun with these shapes and be weird. If we're gonna do that, then we gotta give him some cool like crown eye pieces. All right, now I feel like we're warming up a little bit. Got a little bit of a vibe going here. But yeah, panel lightbox would be cool. I love talking to people. I love talking about how fun art is, man. Any opportunity to talk about how fun art is, I will take that opportunity for sure. Cool. Yeah, we will see. We will see. Maybe we'll clutch a lightbox panel. Cool. This is like a fun mix here. We've got like some of the... Oh, looks like our stream is frozen again. I love that. There we go. Boom. We were adding some cool shapes. Didn't know it was frozen. Cool. Cool. All right, we got some cool stuff going on. All right, so as we're drawing this guy, you know what? I kind of want to just like start a new page and sort of take what we learned from that design and apply it to a new guy. Now that we're like much more warmed up here, we can really start to have some fun. So foreshortening these kind of horns, I guess they're basically horns, I guess. It's kind of hard. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. We're gonna let it be good. With this little schnoz shape. We're gonna do the same thing. Nah, we kind of lost it a little bit, I guess. It's okay, man. We're exploring. Designing stuff like this. Again, designing from nothing, man. It's not the easiest thing in the world. We're just having fun. We give this guy like a long nose. That's cool. It's, you know what? He's kind of giving handsome Squidward. You're right, Manic. He's a little bit handsome Squidwarding it. Yeah, this is like that one of those old kind of tree characters. It's like part of a thing or something where their head's kind of like looming out a little bit. But they've got like many little branches coming out still. They're an old tree. There we go. So for something like this, it can feel, I was feeling like it was a little uncompelling for a while, but that's usually because you've just ripped the character like out of context, or it's like you're not allowing the character to make any sense. So with this guy, what we're going to do is we're going to actually like make sure he's making sense here. So one thing we can do to add scale is we can draw like a little guy. He's got his little hands. He's just sitting. And he's looking up. Give him a little hat, maybe. I'll give him little characters little hats. So also, I want to push back the intensity on the face, make it more obscure. So I'm literally just going to hit it with an eraser a little bit. Then just like come back in with a little bit of just a few lines to define a few things. Maybe change that nose now. Yeah, like this guy definitely doesn't know he's like on like an ancient being, an ancient forest being. He's just having a good little time. Just enjoying his life. Oh my gosh. Perfect time for Iris to join. We're doing a tree spirit with a little guy on it. Cool. Cool. Okay, so is this guy like part of like a rock formation? I'm thinking he is, maybe. Like a creek, or like there's something. So, okay, so if this ent is like stuck in the ground, we got to make him sleeping. I feel like when you do characters that are like fused in with nature, it's like unethical to draw them not sleeping because they're just stuck there. You know? It's got to be sleeping, because if he was awake, he'd just get up. We don't like drawing stuck creatures unless it's karmically legitimate. Hey, what's up? Got some more people in the chat. My girlfriend just texted me. She's watching. She said, he's so eepy. He's very eepy. Oh, wait, the stream froze. We don't like that. I gotta check that like every so often just to make sure, because we've made some advances actually on the drawing. All right, let's zoom in so we're more intimate here. Nice. So we're just kind of making up the nature here. This is not part of any particular like real plant or based off anything real. So we're just gonna do some swirly swirls, man. Nice. Oh, what's up, Chloe? And Prashan in the chat. Prashan was my very first supporter, aside from my mom. Hey, what up? What up, Augustine? Augustin? Let's go. All right, we got all the homies now. Nice. Cool. Cool. Happy to have you guys here. All right, we definitely have to color this one with like a watercolory brush. It's a necessity, right? It's also funny how I started this stream saying like, oh, we should use a different brush, but I'm using my classic loose sketching brush for everything. Adds a little too much energy there. Sometimes you don't want energy. Sometimes the focus on energy is that there's too much energy and you got to remove energy. Everything's relative, you know? Especially when doing like a million little swirly guys. Yeah, what up, Rob? Welcome back to the stream. Yeah, we're doing a very Treebeard-esque looking guy. All right, so I supposedly have 15 more minutes on stream, so I'm gonna try to wrap this up because I want to go grab coffee with the love of my life before I spend some time with family. Today's a pretty stacked day, baby. But it's my fault for starting the stream late, so I feel like there's like another rock here maybe. I want to say there's like a grassy hill behind him. That's what I'm feeling. Energy is overrated. Prashant, don't ever say that. How could you? He's a happy sleepy tree. He's not a bitter sleepy tree. He's happy because he's Eepy sleepy. EB sleepy. He wants to slep. EB sleepy GB. He's the eepiest boy. Okay. You know what I've been doing recently? I've actually been doing a lot of fishermen. I don't know why. I just have this thing with like fishermen right now. So I think this guy's actually fishing. Like a little pond here. Which is weird. I don't like to fish. I'm not like a fishing guy. Not big on fishing personally. This would be a pretty fun illustration if we actually like framed it out properly. Right? We'd have to fix the composition though, but it could be pretty fun. Okay. We do want to throw some color on this guy before we call it. Maybe he's not a fisherman. Maybe he's just hanging out. Yeah, he's just hanging out. We're also going to mess with scale again. So we're going to take our guy and we're just going to make him a lot bigger. Yeah. So this helps with the composition too, right? So we have a lot of energy coming in here with these shapes. Everything's kind of coming in, scrunching around. Then we have this shape here and this guy out here. So as kind of a more plain illustration, it's feeling a whole lot better, in my opinion. Especially when we add some other branches on this side. Cool. Nice. The only thing I'm not jazzed about is the mouth. It's a little weird. I feel like we really want to show some age, so we want it to like maybe curl in more. Some of these lines, these little tree lines. Yeah, he's so cute. All right. Now, you know what's annoying is now I feel like I'm really warmed up and now I can really start drawing. But I gotta go pretty soon. It's a great time to exercise, though, just to get to sketching. Let's see what we did. We did this cool character. We did this funky guy that we never really finished pushing. And now we've done like this crazy tree guy with a cool feel. Alrighty. Nice. Alright, this feels pretty good. I like this. I think we want to do... Okay, so with something like this, we want to show that like he's like a sleeping creature, you know? So we need like another appendage, loosely speaking, another thing. So options are we could put a hand here, or we could like put like a almost like an elbow, then like the hand here. But that feels a little weird. So I think a hand here is better. Yeah, cool. So we're going to do a gnarly ent hand, giant ent hand. It's been like grown over. Yeah. Gnarly ent hand. Let's go. Cool. Hey, thanks, Prashant. Appreciate that, man. We'll do one finger up. I always like to do like one finger kind of up, and the other ones are kind of more down. See if that reads properly. Nice. Okay, let's wrap this guy up. Let's wrap it up. Cool. Wait, I have so much more time than I thought I did. Why did I think it was an hour earlier than it is? Okay, we can go over time a little bit. We'll go over time. I thought it was an hour. I thought it was about to turn 4, but it's about to turn 3. Wait, I've got time. We can keep this going a little bit longer. Cool. So for the sake of the illustration, we're going to actually just simplify this. Not really focus on it being any particular way here. We don't really need, like, you know that's a hand now. Like, you can kind of just feel it's a hand, you know? Don't really need much else going on. Cool. Cool. All right, now we're really cooking with oil here. All right, let's take some of the weight out of this. Just make it nice and soft. Hey, Colin. Dear friend Colin. So glad you can make the stream, man. We're drawing this lovely tree guy here. Lovely ent guy. That line kind of flattens it out. For like kind of footer framing lines and shapes for illustration, sometimes doing a little organic shape is better. Haha, nice. Cool. Good to see the homies connecting in the chat. Man, my hair is crazy today. Cool. Yeah, what's going on there? That's going to be the gimmick of the stream. It's just going to be my giant hair. Or my crazy bedhead. All right, these shapes, the rock shapes are actually throwing me off a little bit. So I'm just going to fix these now that we kind of know what's going on a little bit better. We're only going to do 2 rocks, I think. No need for many more. We're going to make the rocks a little bit softer in shape to complement some of the wonky lines of this guy. Like river stones, but like giant bouldery river stones, you know? Could do another one here as well. For like a momentum and whatnot. Same here as the drawing, literally. Maybe that's what it is. My high school art teacher always told me every artist only ever draws themselves. And I still don't really know what that means, but shout out to Miss Quinn. So that's cool. It was funny because we had the same last name, because I'm Gabriel Quinn and she was Miss Quinn. I'm not going to dox her full name, but she's really cool. We love Miss Quinn. She's great. She really just kind of like let me do sort of like what I wanted, and yeah, it's nice. It's nice when you're in a class and you feel kind of supported to just be your own little funky self. There we go. He needed a chin that like came out, this tree guy. As like roots. So that when he ripped himself out, he has like a root beard. Root beer. Okay. I'm definitely team root beer. If you think root beer tastes like medicine, there's something wrong with you. Root beer is the best fizzy beverage. I will die on that hill. Cool. All right, got him going on. Nice. You know, the stream only froze like a few times this time. That's better. Maybe my computer just needs practice. I don't know. Alrighty, nice. I actually really like how this is feeling now. This is feeling really cool. Yeah, even if the sketch isn't really compelling, you can still give it the time it deserves and figure out what it wants to be. I like the idea that maybe he's using like a rock like as a pillow. Or like these rocks, he's like cozied into these like rocks. There we, oh man, okay. Now we're feeling the drawing. Drawing's feeling fun now. Thanks Rob, thanks for dropping in. Appreciate you checking out the stream. You've been on every one now, so props to Rob. He's made every stream so far. I'm manifesting a streak. Okay, I like this drawing so much. I'm going to do what I always do. I'm going to copy it over onto a new layer. Just duplicate it because you can always save. You can always save the drawings that you've made and duplicate them into a new layer and draw on the new layer, because when you draw on the new layer, you still have the old layer that you can go back to and draw on if you like it. And that way, you're not going to miss any opportunities, you know? So that's pretty cool. So yeah, you can always duplicate your layer and just keep drawing. You're allowed. It's my PSA for this stream. Cool. I actually really like this drawing a lot. This is a fun drawing. So I want to do the same thing with this cheekbone and see if I can like have it almost like rest on the rock. Might have to. Yeah, see, this is feeling like a real drawing now, because like things are, again, we were talking before about shape design. There's a lot of like unity here, right? Trevor, that sounds illegal. What up, Trevor? If that's the Trevor I think it is, welcome to the stream, buddy. Just got to clear my throat, so I'm going to mute my mic really quick. Cool. We don't like being congested. Being congested is not fun. Ah, nice. It is the Trevor. Dude, thanks for asking how I'm doing, man. I am doing well. I also hope you're doing well, buddy. Cool. We chillin'. Yes, we are. We are chillin', dude. So, with any sleeping giant or creature, there's always an element of like, it's really just been grown over and just changed and just, become one with the nature. Which means you gotta do a bird's nest. It's a rule. He's just a little guy. Look at him up there. And nice. So we got that going on. Definitely more plants like on the ground and stuff. This whole thing here is pretty nonsensical, so let's see if we can't make this into something a little more legible and interesting. This is obviously part of that root, right? let's say maybe one of the branches like has like grown and sort of like curled over this rock maybe. Yeah. That's kind of that, you know, that would be cool. Oh, a little far from the mic here. It would be cool, but it's a little demon horny. It's also a little weird. Okay, instead, we're going to do that it curves with the rock, but then it branches off. But it like needs to push off a little bit so it shows it's like on the lip of the rock, right? This bit goes down. And then we want to move on to color. And sometimes you discover things in color when you're in the coloring phase of a drawing that you didn't think about when you were sketching, and you can kind of like go back and make some edits, go back and feel pretty good about design. Yeah, and if anyone is sketching along to this, feel free to post it. You can tag me. My Instagram is in the link tree in the description of the video. If you were drawing along, I'd love to see what you drew. If you also did some plant people. Looks like our media is frozen again. That's totally fine. Boom. Easy money, baby. Okay, so it seems like with this kind of, we're sort of illustrating right now anyway, so we've kind of left the world of design. I mean, when you're illustrating, you are designing, obviously, if you're doing this kind of fantasy illustration. But since we're leaving the world of design and going kind of more into illustration, we're thinking about how this page is gonna, you know, unify and feel pretty good. So I'm thinking we go with the classic, like, coming in from one direction with the color, then the other direction is fades into a lighter part where you might have text or something. So we've gone into a bit of illustration mode here, which is pretty fun. You never know what you're going to do when you start, so, or at least I don't. Cool. I just slotted my pen into my little custom pen holder. Look at this guy. Wait, can we do the thing where it like, yeah, there we go. Look at him. He's a little turtle. Look at him go. He's literally so cute. So my nib lives in this. This was a gift from my friend Prashan, who Prashan is an incredible 3D modeler, very, very good 3D modeler. And during last Lightbox Expo, he was kind enough to give some of those away. And he signed the bottom. Look, he signed the little, hello? He signed, yeah, there it is. He signed it somewhere. Oh, it's shiny, so you literally can't really see it. Right there. Prashan. Thank you, Prashan. You're awesome. Prashan, gosh, what's your Instagram, dude? It's just your name, right? Cool. He's in the live chat, so you can just plug his name into Instagram and find all of his amazing models. I think last year Prashan did a model every single day. Every day. Remarkable. Yeah, his name. Sweet. All right, so we're gonna move on to color pretty soon. Just want to make sure everything's kind of in order for us to move on to color. Of course, we can always make edits when we come back in. We can always kind of like switch things around as we're going. Don't want to belabor it too much, right? Alrighty. Yeah, I definitely have to practice talking into the mic as well. Like, that's a thing I gotta, like, get used to. Like, right up in the mic, because it's a pretty quiet mic. Cool. And if you're someone who's watching this as a recording, hi. If you ever want to catch one of the live streams, then you can definitely catch it and ask me any questions or like make any suggestions or be merry in any way you like. Cool. I actually really like this drawing now. This is a pretty fun drawing. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to, I feel like we need a third rock. Yeah, everything in threes and then a little sprouty guy. You always got to do a little sprouty guy at the end. A little swirly little sprouty guy. Twing, 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 twing. There we go. Nice. We've got our little friend. So I feel like if we wanted to, we could push this friend, the scale, even more. We can make him a little smaller. Here he is. He's so cute. Cool. All right, so what I like to do with my liner, I'm just going to copy it over, is I usually set it to multiply to go under the colors, especially for a design like this. So for this one, we're going to do a method that I enjoy where we're just going to start laying down colors that just kind of cutting out the background, just going to kind of cut things out, keep it pretty loose. This is like, I'm not going to flat this and then color it. I'm just going to go under the lines, just kind of paint, just kind of have fun. This one's just for fun. There are no rules, really. So this guy, I'm feeling he's definitely more of like a reddish hue, right? I just feel it. Okay. This is pretty tough on the my graphics performance, I think, probably because I'm streaming also. So we're going to keep it pretty light. The brush might be a little bit laggy, but that's okay. The nicest brushes are sometimes laggy. All right. Yeah, here we go, man. This feels really good. Just yell. Yeah. Yell for the sake of my computer. Yelling works. So since we're going for a watercolory look, What you want to do when you're going for a watercolory look is you want to have some nice hue variation, which I haven't really done here. I've done a pretty flattish wash. That's okay for this, but we want to start to vary the hue a little bit here and there. So we're going to add a bit of a warmer tone as it goes closer to the ground. Or maybe when it goes closer to the ground, we want it to go cooler. Yeah, to be closer in unity with the rocks around it. So we're trying to think ahead a little bit. On the rocks, we're also going to moss up the rocks with some green as well. So that'll be contrasting pretty hard against a warmer hue. So here we don't want that. We actually want it closer up top, you know, maybe some areas of shadow around the eyes to bring attention to the eyes. And then we actually want it to kind of come up on these branches and maybe feel a little bit stronger as we go up. Yeah, this is feeling beautiful. Man, painting is magic. I've been hitting the traditional media recently. Traditional? My goodness, so fun. It's easy to forget how much fun traditional painting is when you're just doing drawing or digital. Like over and over and over and over and over, especially when you have a lot of client work. When you're doing a lot of digital client work, it's super easy to forget just how magical the art of traditional painting is, like truly. So I've been granting myself the opportunity to enjoy that recently, which has been nice. Cool. And again, we're kind of hitting this where the shadows are, but we're not only doing that, we're just kind of making that a soft rule, that we're hitting it warmer where the shadows are on top. Just kind of give things form. Again, we're not really obeying any rules right now. We're not like seeking to obey rules. We're just kind of drawing. Just kind of having a good time with this guy, you know? Cool. Right over here, we'll do a really soft wash. Nothing too crazy. All right, so one thing that I'm thinking here as we delve in, oh, I forgot that I placed this big shape back here. Actually, we're going to cut this. We're going to start to cut a little bit just for the purpose of this. So I forgot I included this big shape for like a larger kind of like tree trunk behind. So we're going to try it out, see how it feels. So I feel like it's... How's that feeling for energy? Let's zoom out. Versus if we left it so it was more stringy, kind of. Yeah, that's feeling a little bit better than having a much larger shape, right? Yeah. Yeah. I think. Cool. And again, we're just exploring. We're having a good time. Nothing too crazy, nothing too fancy. We're just having a good old time. So what's cool about these watercolor brushes, how they're designed, I'm pretty sure these are Kyle Webster brushes, or this brush in particular. Not 100% sure on that, so do not fact check me. We're going to go to a more magenta hue, but oh yeah, so the way they layer, it's kind of like they layer almost in a very kind of like a multiply way sort of deal. So you get these cool kind of effects, which are nice. Very nice. All right, so we want a purple feel, but we don't want to just use purple. So we're actually going to use some blue here, very lightly. Working a bluish hue. So earlier in the stream, I talked about how much brushes matter, and they really do matter, man. Especially when you're trying to create something, you know, very stylized in a particular way and very beautiful. Really does begin to matter. Because you get these cool, all these cool little textures. Isn't that cool? So cool. Okay, so now we're gonna rock some rocks. The rocks we're gonna keep pretty, like a warmer gray rather than a neutral gray. We can go a little bit more neutral than that. But a warm gray, I think, is the way to go here. Okay, for these rocks, for the sake of time, and because they're an easy shape, I'm just gonna lasso tool them. So we're just gonna select out these rocks. We're gonna break our kind of flow here. We're just gonna go for it. All right, there's one. Maybe we do like a soft kind of a shadow pass like that. Yeah, that just feels nice, right? That just feels really nice. However, I think we can maybe cut a better shape. So I'm gonna try that. Yeah, that feels nice. Feels like it's working with the face a lot. Oh, hey Murphy. Welcome to the stream. I saw your comments on the first stream. That was really nice, man. Still gotta go back and reply to that. It's really cool. Oh yeah, guys, don't forget to like and comment on the stream. We want to get all those likes and all those comments. Hello. Okay, this one we want to go for a darker shape on this side actually. Kind of keep with the face, like where the face is kind of squished in there. See if we can do that. Yeah, that feels nice. That feels real nice. Cool. Man, so with this particular brush, it has such a nice edge. You almost don't want to lasso tool certain parts. Like you want to just let it have that crunchy edge, like here. Like that's such a nice crunchy edge. Kind of want to keep a lot of that energy, I think. Let's work some of this out, you know? Sweet. All right, we're really getting somewhere here. Let's try and wrap this up in the next, say, 30 minutes if we can. So we're going to push this for the next 30 minutes. And I'll answer any questions in the chat if anyone has any questions or if anyone wants to bring anything up. I'm also going to add some of that hue to the hand as well to make sure that we know it's part of the tree end guy. Okay, so this is the fun part. I'm gonna do some foliage, or like, I'm gonna kind of like work in some of what will be kind of the leaves of the tree. So this is already feeling like a very autumnal design. So we're just gonna push that. We're just gonna push the autumnal, and we're gonna do. Let's go behind a layer. Just. It starts to get kind of weird with watercolor brushes, but we're just going to go for it. Oops. Yeah. Just kind of going for it here. It's going to add a really nice vibe, I think. So what we can do now is we can actually add this to our selection, and we can remove some of the weight. Now we're not going to do that. So we're going to take our eraser. Let's kind of push out certain areas that we don't want as much orange or orang, like around the rock maybe. Whatnot. Yeah, so for this one, I don't really have a plan. Like, the kind of goal of the streams is just to do some warm-ups, just come up with something crazy, just draw it, have fun, do my best, and then move on to my client work after the stream. So that way I'm still drawing for fun, I'm still enjoying life, but I'm doing a nice fun warm-up. My client work is always way better when I make sure to have fun. If I only do client work, the quality really suffers usually. So I want to make sure to keep up those practices to be able to continue doing good work for my wonderful clients. Okay. Now that we've got some fun foliage going on, we can kind of hop back to the other layer and begin to drop in some more depth, some more kind of intensity. So we're going to go back to our reds. We're just going to hit it with some red. Or maybe not red. What do we want here? I feel like honestly we may just want some more of a coppery color. Maybe a little warmer. Yeah. Okay, cool. So we're going to cut out the shape of the ent guy. We're just going to cut it out so that we're not getting in on these rocks or anything, right? Want to make sure we're not encroaching. So back in the day, you'd have to do this with like masking like paste, which I have used. It's very, very annoying. Very annoying, but it's cool. Okay, so now we have that kind of masked out. We're going to be cutting back anyway, but we're going to start by just kind of blocking in some shapes here. Yeah, the little guy's just chilling, man. That's a way for us to add some scale. Also just kind of add a little bit of narrative. Just enough. Like, narrative doesn't have to be like a crazy amount of stuff. It can just be a little bit. A little bit of narrative goes a long way. Just a little bit. Gonna add some color around these. So this is still very rough sketch. So like, for instance, if I was going to pass this concept off as like a story moment, or like this is for story art or something for like animation or for a game, like you could pass it off pretty rough like this. That would be okay. If they need it to be cleaned up, you can clean it up. But you just want to get the essence out of the idea onto the page. Then you're good to go. Whatever helps you communicate the idea fastest, or with the most fastest with the most clarity, because you definitely want clarity. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you definitely want things to feel alive. When things feel dead, you can just tell it's not good. All right, so now we're gonna do, again, some more kind of like hue variation-y stuff here. So I'm just gonna come in with some color. Around certain areas of focus. Maybe we want a warmer color. Pull your eye towards his eyes. We always love that. And now actually, we're gonna remove the selection and we're gonna just start doing some green. Green in the shadows, green on the tree guy. We're just gonna be doing some green. Yeah, I love, like, designing with narrative in mind is really the only way to do it, in my opinion. I'm drafting a few workshops on designing with narrative in mind specifically. I've done mentorships, very successful mentorships on designing with narrative in mind specifically. A lot of it's, it's never been more accessible to learn how to draw online, but man, it's like what to do with that skill of drawing is people get very stuck on it very quickly. So I love shedding some light on it. Having some fun. Yeah, no, it's great. Cool. So I'm just cutting out on the back foliage just to kind of give the impression of light, right? Light kind of coming through, kind of creating leafy shapes here. Do that here and there. All right, sweet. So we're being pretty subtle with the green here. Like we want it to really feel like, and what this kind of does is it kind of adds almost like a monochromatic wash. Oh, good thing I caught it. Looks like this stream is a little frozen again. There we go. Yeah, adds almost like a monochromatic or like a gradient wash in between. And that can actually help, you know, especially with the lines. So with the lines, what we're going to do is we've set them to multiply. I'm just going to add a masking layer. I'm going to turn the lines red. That's too light of a red. That's pretty good. Getting there. There we go. Oh, looks like I'm receiving a call. Just going to take this for one moment. Cool. Thankfully, it was not an emergency. Let's go. But yeah, so like adding in a green like this, it's nice. It kind of calms everything down a little bit. Yeah, the red lines, like look how much better it feels. Feels so much better, truly. Let's go back to our verdant green. Yeah, yay to no exactly. Yay to no emergencies. Okay, we could do something where actually like the sun is hitting the green on the rock and it's like really illumined. That's quite beautiful actually. Do it on the side here as well. Yeah, let's do that. I like that a lot. Can make these extra green too. Again, really giving it the feeling of being an alive and enchanting space. We love alive, enchanting spaces, truly. And again, we're just going to go in and cut some of this out so it's not conflicting with our compositional feel. Yeah, nice. We can also do something here and really show this character's age by wherever the light is hitting, we could add a little bit of that green just to show like, hey, you know, there's some mossy bits on this tree guy. He's an old tree guy. Yeah. Yeah, man, pretty. Let's go. We love making pretty art. Cool. Ah, beauty. We love beauty. Starting to come together pretty nicely, I feel. Just about closing out. Usually I like to think about the drawing like if it's like yeah, this is a mossy little guy. That's exactly right. I think to myself oftentimes like, what is this drawing asking to be right now? Kind of take myself out of it, you know, take like what I want out of it, kind of see what's on the page and see like, you know, what's going on here? What does this drawing want to be? And like, am I getting in the way? You know? This is a pretty light image and a light drawing. Looks like we're freezing up again. That's okay. We're good. We're good. Cool. Ah, man. I'm very excited to see my girlfriend later. That'll be really fun. Yeah, he's just a mossy guy. Truly just a mossy guy. Yeah, there you go. This is feeling great. Okay. We can come back in with the red. Again, red pairs really well with green. So does purple too. Purple is actually surprisingly gorgeous with green. So we're going to try some purple maybe. Some like lavender. Something maybe darker. Maybe more towards magenta. No, we want something like dark. Yeah, something like that for shadows. Lord knows we need some shadows. Haha, maybe a little purple. Yeah. Cut in some nice... okay, it's a little too saturated, this purple. All things considered. We want to tone it down. Even that's too saturated. We want it to be very... there we go. Very mild purple. For these purposes. The purple purposes. All right, let's get a quick read on this from afar. Let's just look at this for a second. All right, with the purple around, with the red around the eyes, he actually looks a little bit more sickly than anything. So we're gonna neutralize that a little bit. Just a little sleepy, eepy guy. Nothing too fancy. This is really fun, actually. I like this guy. He's feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty darn good. Cool. Let's do a quick value read. So value-wise, he's pretty homogeneous. The face is pretty decent, but pretty darn homogeneous. So we wanna maybe try and fix that maybe. I'm also gonna add some more moss to the nose where the light's hitting it, you know? Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Maybe we want to get like an ochre. Let's drop his whole value down. Yeah, we're getting a little too saturated here. You know, we're just going to go under. And we're just going to paint in some... a little bit of a darker base for our guy. All right, shapes are feeling a lot stronger now. Yeah, we could definitely do some purple leaves. For sure, for certain. What we can also do is we can also just add, like we can just straight up add like a purple shadow to the leaves, which is also really nice. So if you make it a lot lighter, a bit more neutral. We can add in some like strong elements of like shadow. Like little bits here and there. Alright, we're getting a little lost in the woods here. Partially because we're missing some like foreground presence. But that's okay. It's not so bad. Cool. So like, because we're going for a watercolory storybook feel, you can also just turn the colors just down, honestly. So they're far less opaque. Maybe that we can leave a little bit more. Sometimes we actually want things to be a little bit more washy than anything. Even the lines we can turn down a little bit. But I like the richness here. It's really beautiful. Cool. I feel like we need to hit the eyes again. With like something. Let's repaint it. Yeah, making the eyes too dark definitely added some malevolent feelings to the character. So we want to soften that up for sure. Make these chunky shapes feel nice. Nice and juicy. So we're just going in for the finish here by adding some final kind of chunky shadow shapes. Gonna go a little bit darker here. Nice. Haha, cool. I want to keep varying the hue if we can, even if it's just a little bit. That shape, I don't know about that. That's better. Yeah. Sorry, I'm a little less talkative. I'm just really thinking about the art now. I want to finish it up strong. Here we go. Yeah, cutting in these big shadow shapes. And again, it's fantasy. We don't have to make it anything, you know? Also, one thing we can do with our guy on the tree is we can make him feel a little bit more like a visitor if we want to by introducing a color that's very foreign to like what's around. So I'm thinking, what if we gave him like a little blue shirt? Blue. It's a little too foreign, maybe. Okay, since we still have, oh gosh, wait, I'm like almost out of time here. Okay, we'll just do a couple edits, right? Well, we won't go crazy with this. Oh, my watch is telling me I need to stand up. How do I tell my Apple Watch I'm streaming right now? Nah, we'll leave the background alone. Not gonna do too much more here, I don't think. Not really anything to do, to be honest. Just apply some shapes here, just have some fun, noodle around. We're gonna do a gray, like a completely neutral gray. Lighter, Yeah, sounds good. We're going to like add in some little moments here and there on these rocks of just some absolutely true neutral gray. That helps a lot with certain things, helping it feel just more rockish, I suppose. The big one is less relevant than the smaller ones. Like here, for instance. A little too noisy. Yeah, we definitely don't want the elements to get lost. We'll hit those guys with a little bit of attention. Sometimes it is okay for things to get a little lost, like if that's almost a little bit of the point. Some drawings you don't want any attention on certain things. But on this one, we do want to see the little guy. We do want to see the bird. Bird's fun. So certain things we're going to highlight. So we're going to hit it with some brilliant green. Pow. Yeah, there we go. Can even do kind of the bounce light on certain edges. Man, if you know the artist Wiley Beckert, she does this kind of style flawlessly. She's an incredible illustrator. She does a lot of stuff for Magic the Gathering and many other clients. She's done a playing card set. One of my absolute contemporary heroes in illustration is Wiley Beckert. She's amazing. Aw, a moment just between these three. That's very sweet, actually. Yeah, we'll give this bird a little flavor. Give him a little flav. Now the bird, we can make a little blue if we wanted. The guy, honestly, we can match a little bit. Maybe the amber. Just give him a little orange shirt. So there's like, he has a presence, but it's not like an aggro presence, you know? Yeah, definitely keep an eye on Wiley. She's unbelievable. One day I hope to meet her. She's a very, very, very skilled artist. So some of these lines have actually become distracting. So I'm going to create a masking layer over the sketch. And I'm just going to remove like a lot of like this stuff. We don't really need it, to be honest. Here, we just don't. It's not really necessary. Takes away a little bit actually from just the energy. Then we're going to come back in with probably darkish tone and just kind of hit it with a big shadow shape. Maybe add in like a faint highlight just to have, maybe. I don't know. Then we'll do a softer thing there. Nice. The only thing left, I feel, is to add a little bit more of the foliage presence around certain areas. Like make certain like clusters of foliage. So we're not totally losing all the energy like that, you know? Okay, now what we can do, sometimes honestly, I just do a layer of like this color. I'll set it to like a linear burn, and I'll turn it way down. I'll turn the fill down and I'll turn the opacity down, like way down. But it can kind of unify an image, give it a little bit more of that storybooky feel if you want it to be. It's dimming it a little too much though. You could also always do a warmer tone. Honestly, this one I think could just do without. It's fine. Fine on its own. Fine just being fun and green. Yeah, the only thing here is maybe there's a little too much green. Just a little too much green. Maybe it should be a little bit more tasteful. But no, it looks good. I like this actually. You do see a little bird, Bugsy. Also, welcome to the stream, Bugsy. Yeah, last thing is, this is just for me. This is just something I like to do. But let's see if we can't work in a little bit of gold here and there. And then I am running late, so I should end this. A little bit of gold here and there. But this is a drawing I could see myself returning to and like improving with much greater capacity. But yeah, stuff like this. Stuff around the eyes. Just a little bit of gold here and there. Lurk away, Bugsy. You're catching the tail end. Oh, nice. He's been here. Heck yeah, dude. Much appreciated. Cool. Some fun color combinations. Oh, nice. Cooking. Cooking's great. I love cooking. I'm going to make a big chili this Saturday. I'm going to do a sweet potato chili. My girlfriend's pescatarian, so want to keep the red meat out of there. A pesky pescatarian. Oh, Bugsy, I would love to host you for some chili. That'd be a dream. Dream come true for me. Pour moi. All right, guys. I think, honestly, I'm going to leave it here. I could continue forever, but I think I'm going to leave it here to be worked on, edited, maybe finished another time, or maybe this is just enough, you know? Just a fun sketch done in a fun spirit. We're allowed. He's pretty cool. Great. Yeah, the only thing is a little too much green in many areas. That's okay. We're allowed a little too much green. But yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in. Really glad so many people made it in this time. And again, I'm going to be streaming tomorrow at around a similar time, 1 p.m. to 4 Eastern time, EDT, baby. And yeah, just so much love to everybody. Thanks for dropping in. And if you're watching the recording of this, wow, thanks for getting to the end. And if you're watching this live, thanks for catching it live. Here, we'll do a little full view. We did a little guy. We did a little tree guy in a couple hours, and it's fun. Cool. All right. Yes. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to catch the next streams or catch any future videos. And if you had fun or you liked the stream, definitely drop a like down there for sure. And, you know, comment what you thought or what. I don't know. Just engage maybe. That'd be cool. All right. Love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I will catch you all tomorrow. Alrighty.